Kaysa prendo. Stop. Nama jab. Saçını siksa. Bollukta. Battı. Kana o. Video gelme. Vallahi. Vallahi. Ballı. Başlandı. İşte görelim. Wow.
I mean, you can't really argue with the way that Queasy plays this game, and I can't wait to see how well his trio and all our others do this weekend. But I especially can't wait to see which ones are going to be taking all those 5 spots up for grabs in the Fortnite Global Championship in September, because as we already discussed, Malibu for Ping and Watts and Vico, Benny and Flixie, they already booked their spots back in
3 moddayken başlanadı.
Let's see who's in your top 5 to make it.
Yes, I feel like I've gone maybe a bit predictable here, right? I think I look at, some of the teams you already highlighted. We obviously mentioned Queasy already, we mentioned Cammy, Thomas, Demush. I like Vanya, Pixie and Marius' odds though, right? They were incredibly good last season. I think it's sort of just been a good team this season. I've not seen too many people hyping them up, bringing them up.
Veno neydeyken?
But they are a team that I think
Veno.
those spots, right? But especially if Vico's trio and Manabuko's trio can be in that sort of top 5, then it sort of moves down into top 7. Is Vanya's trio a trio that should be getting top 7 in this one? Absolutely, all day long. So my list here is, I think, a bit of a safe list.
I think that Mini Miner's list is probably not going to be that much different, so let's see it. Mini, explain yourself. That number 5 trio.
Yeah, it's funny because we actually made these lists separately. We weren't copying each other. We literally had 4 of the same picks. The only difference is that Vanya's trio in my list has been swapped out for iDrop's trio in my list as well. And I think just the way that they're playing these off spawns, the way they're able to roam. We saw it in a little bit of success last major where they were able to roam around for their surge. We just broke it down. There's like 4 or 5 different contestations around, different teams that they can use for that. I think it's set up perfectly for them. They've been pretty poor while contested, but now they're uncontested. I'm expecting a big top 5, top 7 if they need that from this team. I think it's their time to do it.
No, I mean, you're right. The situation
Kurye bolalar.
burned by iDrop too many times in the past. Like, I predicted iDrop to do well, and then it doesn't go that way, so I'm staying away. Is my problem right now.
Same as me, to be honest.
Boys,
I'm sticking with it.
do you mind if I make some predictions of my own? I've been learning from you guys for the past couple of years. Yeah? It's Frankie's forecast. Okay, so obviously similar things.
Ej, Wiko komandası kanı.
Now, they decided in production that I look most like Queasy, so that
Evet, olması kim sorun da yok.
qualified this weekend with his trio. Now, I thought, bonjour tout le monde, je vais prendre keep français. I needed to pick a French team, so Akira Krama and Werex as well. Group 3, they won the first victory royale.
Ha, kutalı Wiko komandası.
17 eliminations. Werex was on fire. So I know it seems like I'm just farming here, but actually there's some thought behind this one. And also Chaptini and Scree as well, because I know that they're going to be contested by Tayson's trio, but historically I feel like that's a bit of a 50-50.
Az başka stream edemez. Normal ne oynam çıkım yok ah. Play markette. No, he? Bizarre.
I think they're going to be there. I need them to be there. I want them to be there.
Not this major.
But yeah, I mean, Pink Team is a drama minute.
What supporter you are?
Yeah, support. Thanks, Crime.
I listen. I would love it if I trust their opinion more than anyone. So Taco and Takata, let's get game 1 underway. But also props to my list, yeah.
Pink, if you are watching, we are right there with you. The entire desk currently on fraud watch, but do not let them tilt your crown, King, because we know what you're capable of. You know what you're capable of, and for anybody that wants a battering session, Demon's Dojo is where they can find you. But we also know that Pink's team is not the only team that's competing in this Major 2 Finals week in Takata.
Oh yeah, too many big names. Like we've been through the play-ins, we've been through the groups, but now, Taco, it is time to lock in for the major finals. The desk broke it down perfectly. So much incredible kind of off-spawn action that is going to will start off right in game number 1. And the good news is we don't have to wait long at all. So let's start off the EU FNCS major finals.
Really get pretty tricky here early on, but we'll just have to wait and see how day 1 actually plays out for all of our teams that are competing here. One saving grace, the silver lining on this weekend is knowing that they'll still have tonight to Vaughn.
Oh, Shadow'un
See where they might be able to work out some of the issues.
kemiği bilen setti.
Really expecting Takata is that selfless
Bu
section
Wiko'nun komandası.
and fast because there is a lot of craziness that could take place.
Exactly, that's where we got to
Ken
kick it off. We've got
Yombayana.
Savage kind of in a 50-50 contested on that snowy mountain down at the southwest. Masked
Kanı göremiz.
potentially contested, and you know, Mini Miner was talking about Magic Mosses, how popular it is of a POI with that black market, the only black market to offer chug splashes and, you know, like the other ones, a good amount of heals to play out these early to mid games.
But that's also going to force other teams to kind of want to poke their head over possibly much earlier. to what Group A's team would definitely want to be dealing with as Sangil, Jewel, and Tiny will have to figure that one out later on. But Prax, Group A, Glubshy, things are looking about as you would expect. Not
Bu
contested.
komandan
So they're just trying to
Wave,
fix up,
Bram
gathering
Peak.
material they can, waiting for an opportunity to strike because these teams are going to have to
Seti.
focus on their surge damage.
Oho.
Trouble brewing here.
Oyunun
Possibly
itibarla da
out
hazır.
Oasis, Sturkey and Janice focus. They're all just trying to keep tabs on their
O.
names in the area.
Vino. Yaxşı.
This is not Mass Meadows, and it doesn't appear as if Yanis's team had any idea for Sturkey already going to be immediately
Vico'dan
eliminated.
kill kütemiz.
Now look at
Vico.
how it's in with the rest
Vico'dan.
of this team. This is not what anybody could have possibly expected here.
Yaxşı.
Just added to the count 3 quick eliminations. You want to talk about surge? Vico, Venom, Felixi, they just manifested it so quickly.
Talk about surprises. They already got
Felixi
on the board. Taco.
Avrupa'daki en yakışı zenci
I was speaking with Ben. All I'm saying, if they're
fighter
something different, they're gonna do something to surprise
Fragger.
you. And that is exactly what we have just witnessed. Bennett trying to do what he can to stay.
Vino neydeyken Vino.
What I'm thinking, Taco, is they are on this kind of west side outlaw oasis part of the map. There's a lot more trios that are contesting each other as well, and not taking into account the uncontested ones that tend to look into this area for tags later on.
Şu komanda uçuş gerek. Mana şu komanda uçuş gerek lekin
Knocked out 2 trios, so they have more than enough surge and don't really have to worry about getting into these fights.
But for Juicy, Andy, and Finchak, you originally believed that your only opposition is going to be dealing with Janice, Focus, and Strokey. Now knowing that there's a wild Venom just tossed into the mix potentially, you really want to see whether or not that actually continues.
Mavi
Because
Buka.
it almost is a little bit reminiscent of another player in this
Pinguna.
strategy. So Raz and Venom may have just cooked up something incredible. Early game success though, still working out as far as Lone Wolf Lair. And Wax, Malibuka, Ping, they're kind of just waiting, gauging whether or not someone's actually going to try and challenge them.
Mr. Savage.
Now, I did see on the Elam
Ne akıl yaptı Mr. Savage.
Reason has an elimination, and I did see on the
Someone's actually going to try and
Oh.
challenge them. Doesn't seem to be the case though.
now I did see
Teleport çevirdi.
and we can see it. It seems like they have kind of won that original off spawn
Vedial.
here at the mountain split, and earlier on we thought they might even get the southern side on contested,
Yaxşı komanda.
but Cade and Ivan and his crew
Reason.
are there, so they're a little bit more limited on loot, but even so, they've got a lot of cars to work with. It's going to give them a lot of heals. It's going to give them potentially chug jugs, and now
Right
they've started
on.
off with a couple eliminations in terms of damage. I'm kind of excited to see how this continues playing out. Even keeping in mind, Taco, that now Masked Meadows is probably uncontested, seeing that Vico Venoflixi decided not to go there, which might change up their surge plan a little bit.
Problem that was really starting to build though is what happens after the fact. Big Ben Tunnel, sure you claim it initially, but still have to deal with actually making it out, and with teams like Mixing, Combek, Blaha holding down such a high elevation here at Shining Span. And we've seen notoriously a lot of surge bases kind of peaking up throughout the early game. So many teams just fully understanding the kind of advantages that can be provided from those high viewing perspectives. And Mixing Combek Blaha though don't seem to have had much luck.
Yeah, I mean, they got 14th in the major finals last season, and they were at the same drop spot uncontested, so hopefully we'll see a similar performance.
Oh Marius.
For Vanya, Marius, and Pixie, this is going to be an interesting one. A lot of people have high hopes for this trio. They've been performing incredibly well throughout the season in the divisional cups, and they have a very good shot as well to doing just as good as a performance here in the major finals. But to do so, you got to make it to the late game, and for that, you're going to have to get enough damage.
these teams are just interested in exchanging.
Kayıttım.
Cheating currently on the escape route, but he's just being trailed too quickly. Huddy, Artis, just looking to close off every possible escape angle here, and now they're just going to tackle 3x3 against the walls. Still not able to break in just yet. Cheating finally going to be knocked and eliminated. That's 2 in total for Artis' team. Still hoping that they can find the last piece of Cheatin's team, but whether or not they get that final elimination, Takata, the damage has already been done. They got the damage that they needed.
That they did. It's interesting though, because they were originally contesting Kappa Kappa, but they ended up just fighting it hopeful. But if we look back at Ivan's trio, there's the trio landing directly south of Mr. Savage, and you know they've got a pretty good drop spot, but in terms of loot, it's not the best in the game. So this fight could be crucial for them, Taco.
Things are never ideal though when you've got 2 teams kind of duking it out at Shogun Solitude. Hellfire just trying to make sure that he keeps tabs on his wall. Ivan still trying to apply a decent amount of pressure here, but no luck so far. Doesn't want to get overzealous, doesn't want to find himself being double peaked. In response, Cade trying to open up with a separate approach now. Strapped Hellfire Tripper, and they're making the right call, looking to play as tightly linked as possible. But still, Arion from above could be a serious threat here. But so long as Strapped and Hellfire are sitting together, they are not going to let Cade pressure. If they recognize that he's isolated, they might actually choose to just go. Arion got to be real careful here. Nearly lost the floor from underneath himself. Hellfire, Strapped, Tripper, they've definitely been a little bit beat up here. You're gonna have to take a moment to try and pause and heal, and that's gonna be the real signs for Cade to continue just battering up against these builds, just trying to break through.
Normally you'd be thinking they're in zone, you know what's.
Oğlum.
They gotta finish this up. But the way the season is played out, I mean, there's so many fields,
Bana.
not only on the
Acayip.
map,
Acayip.
to you that it's okay to take these storm fights. It's okay to rotate late in the storm. You have the med mists, you have the chug jugs.
ASP Kate. Arian'la event ki
So for Ivan Cade,
kim var ekan
this
bir
trio here, they don't really have too many problems.
kanı göremiz oyun
Thing here, after doing a good job
Hellfire
getting damage done when needed. Another
Dana
guy
manham
is, I
lan.
believe Tripper was originally going to land at Kappa Kappa, so seeing him here at Shogun Solitude is interesting. A lot of quick mix-ups in the last moments, but
Hellfire kim utadı?
trios have done a good amount of damage.
Özende kim utadı
Gotta
yani?
do what you gotta do to try and find your surge after all. But Cade, big below, that's gonna be a massive exchange here. And now Ivan, Aryan, Force, scrambling. They come together, they find Hellfire, but still, Srack, Tripper, and they look so much healthier. Tripper didn't initially have the materials he needed to draw this fight out. Now he's definitely got them. Thanks to that last refresh, might even be able to get the revive, but Srack, he's got to play defense. He's trying to create some space. He gets a little tag on.
Bir tane adam kaptı komandasında.
Ivan is gonna scramble on out of there. Hellfire still knocked, still waiting for one of his teammates, maybe now both of them, to go for the full revive. Aryan has been fully eliminated, and Ivan is going to be the lone survivor. But both of these teams, Takata, even if Ivan manages to
Bir
get
tane adam kaldı.
it's still such a difficult situation because they are
Şöyle
way
git.
out there on the southern west
Bu
portion of the map compared to everybody else.
İspanlar mı?
Yeah, there's so many kind of players that are going to be waiting for them.
Fransızlar.
So hopefully a good rotation.
Fransız komanda.
For Misha though, he has to be careful. You got Demas and Pix going right into your box. It's not a duo, but I want to misses his shot.
Pigs.
Getting knocked down from the 2v1 to now a 1v1 for Pix. The chug jug is going to get popped. 2 chug splashes alongside that from advantage to disadvantage in a split second. As it looks like another trio has entered the mix.
Noya, Max,
I
Aura.
recall some real issues there potentially. Sangild and Jewel maybe even scouted out the fact that Misha is all by his lonesome. He's just gonna sit quiet as ever, hoping
Misha kaptku.
others to look down and see this single player all by his lonesome, boxed up at the bottom of this bridge. Tragic stuff though for teams. That is a beyond
Anladı.
sight to see
Tyson.
shot in that close of proximity, but goes to show it happens in
Avrupa
business.
kralı
Does respect to Misha for holding his ground.
Tyson
Unfortunate
sen kılıçını körşek.
missing his shot there. Or Demas missing his shot, but
Fortnite'ın kralı Tyson.
the first major finals now into their second major finals. Maybe a little bit of nerves. We'll see how it plays on. It's only game number 1.
Bu yakında
Chicho, Harris, and Tayson.
cringe değil mi?
Now originally
Bu yakında Tyson oynayanı görməyəm ben.
in Scavi. I wonder how it's going to change
Halbuki
up
körəmiz.
with Vigo, Veno, and Flixie kind of in the mix now in this area, but we saw the fight earlier on the west side by Shogun Solitude. Now maybe in a bit here, those trios will have to rotate in, and Tayson, Chicho, Harris have set up perfectly to kind of take shots onto them as they rotate into zone. If we're thinking about kind of those clusters that happen around the map, where a lot of surge bases end up getting built, and trios have to rotate on through. On the other hand, though, battles in the storm are continuing to play out.
And this is kind of what we were expecting to see. It's definitely what the desk was alluding to. Mini and Levin both specifically highlighting the fact that those black markets, there are just so many deals, so many resources to gather, and even if you don't directly take them, you know that there's going to be other teams looking for those opportunities. So you could try to clear those teams instead and just yoink all the goods from them via eliminations. Convict, Nixon, and Blaha seemingly might have had that in mind. They're kind of just hovering the outskirts of Magic Mosses, but for the most part, haven't really been able to manifest something outside of that early elimination. G and Trexer and Robin, though, just south of Mass Meadows, and this could be the danger zone. Only 92 above the current search threshold. We've got 2 other trios separated in front of them, but no shots going to connect. They're going to have to continue paving their way forward. But they're also just trying to be so wary, knowing that there's teams trailing them, and they can't really afford to
Artis bilen Huti
build behind them as they leave.
There was a 68% increase of time spent in the storm
Nisbalto
season. And I mean, you can see that happening right in front of you, largely due, like you mentioned,
Kanikim kayıs komanda taraf saat
being available in the black market and
yazı versin saat
opportunities to get that storm surge in what you could say almost a safer
kayıs
location
komanda
for
tadı
trios, but
yüddədi.
you know, a majority of the trios are playing the storm route.
Mr. Savage, Mr. Savage.
It looks like Trexer, Robin,
Eight.
Sheehan are 138
Eight.
below, so they don't have too many options. They have to kind of put themselves head first.
Ne oldu yani ki o 8'te?
Trios that are already kind of based up and waiting for them, so it is going to be difficult to find a way out here.
Why? This is an unfortunate circumstance.
Tyson
They've lost Chicho.
kan Tyson'ı körəmiz.
Crawled their way out of this duo. Fortunately, team surrounding them, not necessarily in a very healthy
Tyson davay.
I don't see his comrade.
Yutamiz. Hazır Tyson'ın komandası ölüp ketsə
Absolutely smothered. But Atris, he's got to be careful. He's just
Tyson,
and he gets dogpiled in the process.
Tyson.
Be 2 players knocked now.
Ölsəng bolmaydı Tyson.
Keep things going. You can tell though, Belusi
Şeregin öldür.
definitely desperate to try and close in on these final eliminations.
Sık koysan bolmaydı Tyson.
Let him have it for free by any
Yekşi.
and successfully so. Finding
Yana bir adam var. Ha.
time now he can take this 1v1 exchange up against Twy, who is hoping to pounce
Şerikini kötər şerikini.
moment. It's
Şerikini kötər.
even look to just play for the revive.
Şeri ölüp qaladı az.
His duo
N-
tag along with him
Nima o?
this match.
I mean, Tayson heard the crack onto Twy.
Ölədilər az.
You know, either a team shooting him from afar or more likely storm
Öldürüp təşə.
Twy do damage to him right now as he kind of just waits it out and should be able to take Twy
Zona geldi. Ket bir yerden.
eliminating him, so it's a lot safer.
sherigini o'ldirib yaxshi
Take those shots when they're opened up to you, and as time goes on, he's going to be forced to play the med miss.
o'lib ketsang
Twice, just one shot away from getting eliminated here, but it looks like if he isn't able to pick up Atris here in the next second, he is going to go down. At the same time, picks up the elimination onto twice.
o'lib sherig o'lganda odam o'ldirgan.
His team back into the match.
Voy bilet.
And all he wanted was to get Atris back with the revive, but Twilight just
Seti.
non-stop. Even with Tayson securing the
Seti.
put him in a better spot to finish out game one. Seti, Cammy, and Hari on the other
Zonada can olish kerak.
a lot of eyes have definitely been on leading into this weekend.
2023ni yo'q.
Major One finals, we all try not to talk about it.
2022 Invitationalni g'oliblari Kemi bilan Seti. Oh, kim bor bu yerda? Bir komanda yopildi.
Ultimate price with their lives here at Flooded Frogs completely cleared out. Jewel Sanghill and Heidi needed this one, and managing to find
End game qolmaydi menimcha bunda.
they've got to get a move on.
End game qolmaydi.
It's a tough position to be in when you're at the point where you have to be the aggressors due to being low on surge. It's
Chat yoz bor. Kim o'tadi?
with the upper hand on,
Chat.
just playing defensive like Tidy, Julian.
Hech kim yo'q chatda.
That quick cleanup. More have to make the changes before you get to the point where you have to take that fight while you're below, but it's difficult. This is a major finals lobby. The amount of damage needed to be above that surge threshold is incredibly high. For Julie, Sangil, and Tidy now, though, they've kind of done their damage. They've got their eliminations, and they're fully north. So here, being in that kind of advantageous position of already having the damage, they can take a longer
Apple bilan Thomas HD.
if it means rotating into the dead side of the map with less trios kind of based up.
Thomas HD kirishalik qilyapti.
Panzer and Apple, though, they are already in the
Panzeroid.
shots with the trios rotating in.
Sotgan.
And Thomas rocking that mythic drum gun. We've seen exactly how potent he can be whenever this is in his hands, and already making good use
Whoa.
of it, picking up teams that are looking to rotate
Vico.
face. Vico, Vento, and Flixie, it's been a minute since we've gotten to check out what they've been up to in Chief Show.
Bля.
Dangerous. Tayson goes for the reboot and doesn't get any of the benefits. Vico, though, that is a massive
Vico o'lib qoldi.
from seemingly out of nowhere. Flixie and Vento close enough though that they can play for the double revive, but this is
Juda ham yaxshi komanda shu.
now an ample amount of builds and material.
Venoni komandasi.
Clearly after a priority position towards the next zone, even if it meant playing for a dead side wraparound, now they're going to have to reconsider their next move because teams know that they've been weakened, and Kido Revolto, they're not really
Oh, yana bir jang ko'ramiz. Ey, o'yinni ko'rsat.
tangled up here underneath the bridge, but
O'yinni ko'rish kerak.
this is a 2 versus 3 scenario, and it's something that they don't want to have to commit to if they don't have to, because both of these teams fully
Oh,
understanding, hey, we
Frigzy.
really need to fight this. We need to get our positioning on lock.
Yeah, this is 7th zone. This is where that storm damage kind of becomes more of a
Mr. Savage. Mr. Savage. Push qilamiz Venoga. Deyapti.
kind of playing more like you would in the mid game, taking those storm fights, even if it costs you a lot of materials. So good job rotating on in here. I mean, let alone 7 eliminations on the board already.
Oh.
All they really need to do is make it to the end game.
Marius.
There's definitely some foreshadowing in terms of how active
Marius cow.
Vino,
Marius ham yaxshi o'yinchi lekin tisib qo'yadi.
Marius Bend, and Pixie, though, a little bit hurt here, Takada. They're boxed up for the time being, but that was the last of Marius's chug jug. Right now, what they're hoping for is that they can find
Peter Botek ko'pmi?
refresh. They'd like more material. They're going to need the hard mats as well if they have any intentions of trying to play for height. And the way that the
Pink.
starting to pool
Pink the goat.
Cammy said he
Queasy.
not too far behind them. Queasy
Mirstash.
clearly already trying to elevate themselves just back up above the rest of the lobby.
Yeah, I mean, although they don't have the elevated position
Mən şu komanda bu oyunu tutadı garantiya.
Will they look for it early on? Will they not? What I'm thinking here is there's a large mountain that could potentially have the zone pulled towards, and if that does end up happening, it's going to make the rotate that much more difficult and kind of meaning you're wasting mats if you're building up here.
Bu hal birinci oyun.
Instead, they are going to decide to just get more deep into zone, kind of on the uncongested side of 8th here. So no high ground plays yet, but it's just a matter of time.
Queasy knows full well that Hari, Cammy, and Seti just have the advantage, but the way that Mixon, Comic, and Blaha are looking to play Disruptor towards height, they want to take over that secondary height position, but there's a lot
Marios.
their way. Marius, Vanya,
It's me Mario.
tussle some of these teams in the low ground and find themselves out on the
Proz kaldı Marios'un.
Marius, that's alive, and he's just trying to
Kaç kaç.
get out of there. The kneecapper put him ahead, but he is just building for his life, hoping that no one recognizes that he is a solo. And with Reason's team just on the other level of his current layer, Marius, it doesn't have any other options but to play backside of zone. He's going to be forced into a fight one way or the other, though, whether it's a team looking for cleanups or maybe even a team on height. And that's Cammy, Seti, and Hari already making sure to just spray everybody underneath them and try and ruin that front side low ground position
Oh.
this team's setting up for.
Panzer.
See first moving zone on height in game 1 of the EUFNCS major finals. Having to try and elevate a position
Öldürebilmeydi.
held that for 7th zone pulled towards them on 8th and 9th here now, and it looks like the
9. zona.
rest of the match. I mean, Cammy, Seti, Hari, it didn't go well for them major 1, but now they've been looking like favorites going into this major. They're uncontested and they're capitalizing on it in the
Vico öldü.
this one out. It would be massive.
Vico öldü.
Has to be careful, left on just 35 HP to work with. Flixie's healthy, but they're split up.
Vico öldü. Nima dedim mən?
Becomes a part of the conversation. Now it's all up to Flixie, just continuing to try and dart his way through the low
Push qilishadi az. Garantiya.
though so many players
Mr. Savage kelyapti.
every which way inside of these disruptive low ground layers. But Flixie, he might have found a moment of relief.
Öldü. Tugadi.
He has no builds left. He's forced. He's scrambling out from underneath, but now it's height that's continuing to suppress, continuing to spray into where he's currently located. He's trying to dodge every which way, but there's only so many directions he can head before one of these other teams surrounding him takes notice. This is a solo left all alone, waiting to be claimed by the lobby.
Öldür öldür.
Comic that's gonna be brought down.
Ay.
One more
Belet. Sayfan. Sayfan olsa trik karşımınki neydi? Ay.
Couldn't get the siphon in time. Malabuko doing a great job of staying ahead. Full trio still looking healthy. I see Pink's trio as well looking healthy. So many full trios. But
Ooh.
Kenny, Seti, Hari, they get shot down. Good news is no fall damage taken. It's the fight for height. And on the other end, it's going to be Swizzy. It's going to be Queasy Merstash. And it looks like they might have just taken control as Harry's forced to drop down. Mini's being popped and Merstash, Queasy, Swizzy. Once again, like we're used to seeing up on the elevated position.
Stash, Queasy, Swizzy, though they know job's not finished. Pink currently in control of that front side low, but so many bodies surrounding him. Kira's now potentially going to get tangled up in the mix. Nebs and Kudo, though, they're
Malibuka.
right behind their
Malibuka nok bo'ldi.
eyes all by himself.
Komandasi chiqdi Malibukani.
Else needs no opportunity to
Mr. Savage bormi?
not while Queasy's team is on the high ground. Swizzy just continuing to spray, continuing to be a nuisance. Stash already going to make the
Mr. Savage?
commit to further eliminations here, and Girdas is trying to see if he can just break through. He knows these walls don't belong to him, but he's running out of materials, Takata.
Full low. This is where the players that have no mats, have low heals are going to slowly fall down to. But there's only 3 trios up. Still 8 players on the board. So many full teams.
Aytdim o. Queasy utadi deb.
Swizzy, Queasy, Merstash. All they have to do is clean this one up. Merstash with a massive pump. Looking to take
Öldü. Bo'ldi.
player after player. The angles are looking insane from Swizzy as he gets one more. And Merstash and Queasy
Queasy.
EU FNCS Major Finals.
Queasy knows exactly what his role is in this trio. Just maintain that eagle-eye view of the lobby and let Mustache and Swizzy play janitor crew on the low ground. They were absolutely picking up just constant tags, constant eliminations, and it's going
Easy.
to be a massive
Queasy için.
benefit to
Cool,
open up
easy.
two finals with a
Kual
big
easy
role
den
on
no.
Takata.
Sarlaş easy de.
Queasy, Swizzy, and Mustache. Such a good job of knowing when they can take height, but also when it's not the best idea to go for it. I mean, we saw how controlled it was from Caddy, Seti, and Hari going into that late game. They pulled the mountain zone. They pulled the first moving. Everything was in their favor. But Queasy's like, we don't gotta rush it. We can take things slow. We can wait for our moment to strike. And that is exactly what they did to take it in that final moving zone.
Birinci oyunda Queasy'nin komandası oson bitti.
I don't think you have a single moment, but there's so many magic moments we need to talk about now. A Queasy, Swizzy, Mustache. This is what we expected. This is what we wanted from this Trio 11. I wasn't expecting them to do it in game one, but here you go. They're setting out their stall for the weekend, and they are setting their sights on Leon.
What a first game. What a first game. I mean, it doesn't get better than that.
Couple dur. Mr. Savage.
Of this team to take height when they don't necessarily have that many materials. They are able to chop down height. They took out, of course, Kami, Seti, and Hari, and the way that they were able to get those refreshes allowed them to take height and win the game. Really, really nicely done from them. And just
Yaxşı komanda.
the game. We spoke about how they start their games in the tournaments sort of at the beginning of the show, and we didn't really touch too much on how they play height, but right there was just an absolute masterclass on how to take it late.
How many games now in FNCS finals has Queasy won? Like, I think he already had the most.
Trio. İki minutdan keyin meni ikkinchi o'yin boshlanadi. Reason. Spray'en başlayın.
Game is going to be perfect, so here's how to make most out of it. In these type of metas, you always want to go early. Teams that later rotates will just like kind of jump on top of you, slow you down on your next rotate. So we always try to go early, and in these type of games, like I said, I always try to box up edge and make space, and then look back for free eliminations and loot. My top priority in every scenario like this, when we're fighting a team, box fighting a team, is just making sure our back is closed, we're not getting sprayed, and spraying my gun to help them break the builds. I don't really jump in the fight because I have the two best fraggers in the world, so I really don't need to do much besides just make sure that we don't go down early this game, which could happen if one of these teams around us looks for a get it or a triple spray. Not every mid game is going to be perfect.
There's a new Polish trio on the block. After a standout performance in Major Number 1, Darm, Dinas, and Pix have proven that they are here to stay. This season, they've chosen to land at the Pump Power, which they have been willing to fight for. Then rotate over to the black market for a little extra loot. Their search.
The first tournament I ever watched, it was actually the World Cup.
Typical gamer brand. Booga. Mana bileyim ben. Semi Blank Cooper. Cypher PK bilen Moxie. Kapitan Shooter. Bana bilemem ben Daniman. Somerset, Panzerli. Queasy. And Nicky 30. Chupala. Stable Ronaldo. Canada. Reddish Legs. Mr. Savage bilen Lachlan. Oo, başlandı mı? Başlanmalıdır hele. Bertrand. Gold plan, courage. Setti. Ha.
On mid-ground, it's always what he's going to do, but now he's got two top shooters with him in Ping and Watts. And I think I want to see more of that from them, right? Just keep making those young games, keep being a menace, keep being, ruthless on those walls. Yeah, their end games aren't always the cleanest, right? They might not, get a bunch of wins playing that way, but they're going to get a bunch of elims. They're going to make it deep into games, and that's what counts sometimes when you're trying to compete for the title.
I also really love watching Fortnite because in the end game,
Yine
sometimes
2
you see
minut.
players pop off and you see these names and you go, oh yeah, it's nice to see them again because it's lovely to see Giras making it to the end game with his teammates Franek and Dinas. They were picking up eliminations left, right, and centre, Levin.
Yeah, it's funny you said. I always enjoy watching Fortnite. I hope so.
No, I just do it for the money.
No, it's funny. I like that. No, me too. Sometimes I'm like, of course. That's alright sometimes. Look, this trio, we highlighted them a bit at the start about, talking about sort of the Osprey situation for them. They've been a very solid team at Canyon Crossing, right? And they are one of those teams, I think we get them every single major maybe, that are just a sleeper team with a really good game plan and a really good strategy. I think any zones that pull towards sort of the southwest, right? This zone was a bit of a foxy zone, so more central, right? But any zones that pull in the southwest area,
Let's go.
I think you can expect to see this team in the end game. They have those zones figured out.
Yeah, a lot of that comes from Giras. I spoke about it when I was casting that he actually coached his teammates previously. Now, of course, didn't qualify into Major 1 finals. Now he's actually playing with them this major, and you can sort of see that structure to their game. I was sort of looking back, and they were actually doing quite similar to what Queasy did when we broke down at the beginning of the show, sort of staying back and storm really nicely there.
Well, you know what we spoke about at the beginning of the show? We spoke about Vico Venno and Flixie dropping at Mars Meadows, but Levin, I can see the look on your face now because they didn't actually do what we were expecting them to do.
Look, I told you, if they can pull off what they want to pull off, they might shock the world, right? And this is just the beginning of that. Who knows where it goes? I might know, but I'm not going to say. We're just going to have to wait and see where it goes from here. They started off with Outlaw Oasis. Landing here was a shock to everybody. Nobody
problems for them going into the end game. But I'm excited to see what they can do now because it seems like Miles Meadows isn't necessarily going to be their drop spot choice.
Yeah, but like, if we theorize here, right? If they just land in a bunch of different places where teams are fine off spawn and clean up those fights, like they're the best team in the world to do that, right? This could really work for them and be a quick of a strategy.
No one is going to be expecting the Veno Inquisition. I can't wait to see where they're dropping next, boys. Observers, make sure that we've got the cameras fixed on those guys every single game, please. We have got to head into game number 2, though. So let's head back to Taco and to Carter and find out where those boys are dropping.
See, Levin's scared me a little bit, Frankie. He's given me a bit of concerns because he's like, okay, you know, Venovico Flixie, they landed at this new drop spot, unexpected outlaw. They got the eliminations, but now it's going to be expected going into this next match. Are they just going to keep going through different POIs each game? Like, how do you plan out that? I got so many questions, Taco.
And the other issue too is for the rest of the lobby, you can't even get too caught up in thinking about what Veno, Vico, and Flixie are doing because you gotta focus on your own game plan. If match 1 didn't pan out in your favor, that's not to say that game 2 couldn't be yours for the taking. So a lot of these teams just gonna keep their eyes on the prize, and that's getting off to a steady start here in day 1.
Yeah, normally you think the surprises are kind of out of the way going into game 2, but we'll see if that's the matter because the match will start right now.
İkinci oyun.
You know, we had a special request from the desk to get a nice little perspective of what's taking place with Veno, Vico, and Flixie. But like we just talked about, Takata, there are other teams looking to throw their names into the hat for that Blade of Champions, and building up a nice lead for day 1 heading into day 2 is always a huge benefit to the master plan.
Kind of looking at the mini map, okay, I see a few names at Outlaws, but is it as much as there was in the last match? We will be looking, though, at kind of the 50-50 drop that isn't gonna be a 50-50 per se, as maybe I might have ate my words, Taco, because shots are already being traded.
Mr. Savage.
It's yangi. It's actually paying the price elsewhere. Mr. Savage, the deal, reason.
Bu.
They're the first ones to touch
Hey. Bu Avrupa'nın
short-lived
oyunu.
victory, though, just the other end of the
1-2 gündən keyin Şimali Amerika oynanmalıdır. Şundan stream etəlim.
this early on, and now the advantage has been completely split into the deals team's favor, and Nom's going to be forced to bail out the opposite direction. They are
Nə
just
üçün Mr. Savage'da qaldıq bizə?
each other. It's going to be so much easier now.
Başqa adamla görsək zorbalar et.
Really take over.
Yeah, looking like a 2-0 so far, as we go back over to Vico, Veno, and Flixie.
We go.
It looks like they're going all over the place, Taco.
Yeah, they've opted to go completely different. Lovely lane type of scene, so they might still be looking to try and push a little bit south. Those teams that they know are going to be contesting each other early on. The fact of the matter is,
Komandası neydi onu? Büyük puan.
especially, I am
Tarkalt gittik.
Veno and Raz, and just thinking to myself, these guys
Yaşamaz.
stole my whole flow, bar for bar. Want to be me so bad right now. But Veno, Vico, and Flixie, they're definitely the sort to carve their own identity with this kind of strategy, Takata. And it seems like Whippy Wharf is on the line, but does the other team
Saat kim tadı istəyince?
even know of what's
Fikirləyincə.
taking place? Veno touching down
Peter
first,
Bot.
getting ahead of the rest of his team. Peter Bohr trying to do what he
Peter
can.
Bohr.
Zangi and Zara, they're
Peter
gonna have
Bohr,
to
o nə o?
on their feet, though, if they want to catch up. And Peter just exclusively on the run right now. He does not want anything to do with Veno. He wants the reinforcements before taking up this fight. And Veno, this is what makes him so clever. A cut above the rest, just constantly keeping tabs. He spots two players. I know there's one still lurking. I'm not going to overexpose myself.
Veno's looking fast. I like the way it's looking right now. They clearly prepared to take these fights. Zara's already going to get cracked. This isn't even their original drop spot, but they're just going from drop to drop, taking fights on trails all over the map, and as good as fighters as they are, if they're able to consistently close these out, this is going to be the first time it's literally the first time we've ever witnessed a playstyle like this. I'm trying to think overall, not only in the major finals, especially on
Gördü Vina gördü.
Really kick-started the whole
Flexi ne de Flexi. Flexi arkadan yaptı.
even still.
Guys kaman tutadı.
Trios, Flixie might be on the receiving end of trouble though. Vico, Veno, they're just too quick with it. Zara claimed that's one elimination in tow.
Ölüp geçse devam ediyor Vina'nın komandası.
You know this is their search strategy, and Vico just immediately jumps in, but Vico, for a moment, thought we'd have to worry, but it's Vico that we're talking about after all. That's his next elimination in sight. Clean trio wipe here at Whiffy Wharf, and it's that time to elimination. Veno, Vico, and Flixie get it done so fast.
Now it's about what's next, though. Have they really prepared the rotates from all of these different drop spots? How are they going to play out those mid games, switching it up every time? We'll see how it goes. As right now, Giras, Franek, Dynas trying to see if they can at least get a bit of tags here on Hellfire, Scrapped, and Trip. Not too much aggression, but kind of just shots back and forth.
It's quite literally an uphill battle, though, for Tripper. It's what it's felt like this entire season so far. Tripper and his
Oh, bomba mı?
bystander.
Money maker.
Happy to be a participant for the Major 2 finals, so they're definitely going to want to try and win out at that last exchange. Focus Janis and for Strokey, they have certainly won. Outlaw Oasis, when you see 3 Elans on Focus, but Fenine, Moneymaker faded.
Reese and Peter Bot. Ne yok. Mr. Savage.
I'm not letting you go untouched here as Noms gets taken out. They already got that initial pick to start off game 2 here, now picking up Noms. Just one player left in the trio, but you kind of want to insert, the dominance, especially
Şeyin oynamaz o oyunu.
early on. You don't want to let them freely roam, kind of like they did
23 mi?
and find themselves at another trio.
Mr. Savage, Mr. Savage.
As it looks like Savage is gonna kind of continue making his way as they might even be able to use this chase as a rotate in a sense as well.
His IQ.
Congested route, a lot less trios contested around there though, so there is gonna be less action and most likely not as much storm playing. But you gotta think, is Queasy, Swizzy, Merstash gonna be waiting for them if they take that route? A lot of things to consider here.
There's just no reason not to follow Twy, though, because even if he manages to get a little bit of distance from Reason's trio, they're right.
I drop.
The black market is right there, so Savage's team will have no issues replenishing any heals that they might lose along the way. They're definitely willing to commit, spending a little bit of time inside of the storm. Sky Scroll and Eye Drop. This is a team, though, that's been relatively quiet throughout match number 1. And it's also a team where iDrop specifically is looking to beat the finals allegation stigma. He wants to prove that he's got what it takes for that top tier placement.
Nima bo'lyapti bu yerda? Jang ko'ramizmi?
Pixie. This is a trio that has been kind of dominating Flooded Frogs throughout the season. In the divisional cups, playing incredibly consistent as well. And it should be no different here in the major finals. They've got their plan wrapped.
Yo. One
What
yak.
they need to do to get themselves to
One yak.
But right now the step is kind of just taking shots, doing damage.
Yaxshi.
I don't think they're going to take any risks here.
Looking at the amount of heals he gets there at the top of that stairwell.
Money maker. Oyun ko'ramiz.
Got what they were after. It was a fight with Strokey's team, but Giannis seemingly has the advantage. Strokey down the
Öldü.
hitting a nice pop shot onto Faded from above. That's going to be green light to go. Knows that he's cracked, but they're still willing to just wait it out. There's not many places left to run when you are inside of Sakura Stadium, so they're willing to just stick to the high ground. Don't take any unnecessary risk. Focus for Strokey, Giannis. They want to close this one out, though. You can definitely tell that they are seeking to be more involved, but they're also they're just running low on materials.
We go.
Maybe part of the reason why they're so hesitant to actually push forward. Vico, Veno, and Flixie, they're also looking to gather their resources just for
people with this side of the map, they did land flooded frogs last season, and they know very well how to play this north side out. So, in terms of kind of the rotate here and doing damage, they're
Beste adam bu.
looking for openings, looking for options, and kind of going back and forth there. Luckily enough, the zone did pull.
8. sonraki adamla öldü. Komanda gitti.
The trios down south are going to have to on their long rotate. They can even conserve a lot of the materials and heals. So it's looking good, in my opinion, for Rico, Beno, and Flixie here. As long as they don't do anything too risky.
One problem that's building, though, is Veno. He's got Darkisa's trio directly underneath where they are currently boxed. And sure, you want to take the odd shot or two at iDrop's team, but you can't find yourself being sandwiched in the process. So Veno using that natural elevation to cover, prevent any line of sight from iDrop, and just try to deal with the immediate threat, and that's Felix and Darkis. But Felix beamed the moment that he tries to get that overhead view. Meanwhile, Vika, Veno, Flixie, they're going to opt for a full wraparound disengage, just taking advantage of the campfire now. Settle on the beach. Sure, it might be a little bit out northwest from where the rest of the lobby is currently fixated, but that's not a concern when they have so many heals to work with. And Fanaheim definitely wishes he had something to replenish his HP instead of victim
Oh.
of Yanis's trio and their aggressive nature.
Yeah, this is the fight we were kind of seeing.
Easy ettiler Haku.
And now they
Moneymaker'ın.
to make their way back into zone, but we'll look here at Fodoxy, Pablo, and Shino.
Pablo.
Looks like they found Robin here in a tough situation. Do they even know? Yeah. Okay, not bad. A few eliminations, still at hopeful, but like we've mentioned before, so many trios just playing in zone for an incredibly long period of time. What I'm thinking now is they'll rotate into zone. They have to pass through Seaport. They have to pass through City potentially. So there's a lot of trios that are already kind of based up, waiting for them to make their way into zone. So we'll see how they end up.
Falcon.
No surprises, though, to see so many other teams still willing to commit to some of these storm fights. And Chaps v. Teeny. This is one of the Frankie's forecast teams. We kind of hard to not put them on the radar, though. They've got just so much fighting caliber inside of this trio, and a couple of teams surrounding them could be a big sign for them to just slip by uninvolved. But they're going to make sure, though, that Ivan pays the price here. Completely disoriented, was looking a separate direction entirely, and now Teeny, Chaps V, just full key.
Chop chop chop.
They are not going to allow these guys to pass on by. They want the additional eliminations. They know just how incredibly low Ivan even is. But Steve, he's been taken out. That is a huge blow. Chap and Teeny, they wanted to go unscathed from this exchange. Instead, they're going to have to opt to play fallback now.
Nice. Zonadan can al Şeko.
Want that end game, and this is such a massive delay for them to have to play for the reboot.
Yeah, this is tough. It's fourth zone. I mean, fifth one is the last one at 1 DPS for a second. And they really
Oh.
can't take too much time here. Not only that, now they have the issue of getting chased alongside that. Cade, Ivan, they know there's more than enough heals to play this one in zone as Chap gets knocked down. Teeny left alone. It is just crumbling down for this trio.
The only real silver lining, hold that thought though, cringe. Could you look to pose a serious problem here? He's not willing to let Teeny slip on by, but he might not have a choice. Kiruo also nearby. Other teams that have been a little bit caught up in harm's way here is Volko not fully aware of the fact that Cade, Ivan, and Aryan are nestled right behind him. They're just going to opt to crouch around. Steady goes on the low ground. And just inside the vault.
Oh.
Vika, Veno, Felix.
Ha neler oldu.
Hoping for, though, they wanted to be aggressive, but they wanted to be the ones doing all the hunting, not getting hunted themselves. Liffy Wharf just turned
Öldü.
out to be disastrous.
Ölüp gitti.
He's hoping that he can get some additional tags here. He needs a
İkinci oyunda.
gonna find it cleaned up and punished for their attempts. Maybe a little overzealous. Maybe it's the fact they got stuck
Ultrallah.
They've been wiped from the lobby incredibly early on.
Yeah, I'm not sure what caused that, initial knock to happen.
Hələ 10 dana oyun var.
Reminders, they're down
Qısınmanlar.
sixth place with 3 eliminations. Like, this is something. It is 12 total matches throughout the 2 days, but they had a pretty good start with the amount of eliminations, the position they got. But if they get these matches where they don't make it to end game, it's going to be tough to get a solid placement. The Strokey getting
Həmmə zonada
reboot focus, falling after, looking like a pro-am lobby potentially, with all the players flying throughout the sky.
This strategy is what really boded so well for iDrop's team in the last major, at least throughout the divisional weeks. And Scroll, they'll keep things rolling. Already has been eliminated. 5 eliminations in total, though, so you have to anticipate that iDrop's team is definitely massively benefiting as far as
Ülkette hayvanın kalmaz.
But I think more importantly still, it's the third-party nature. They were notorious for it all throughout Major 1 and last season. So to see them being able to replicate some of those methods of success here, that's going to be a huge momentum swing in their favor. But now they need to translate this early success into a nice late-game finish.
Yeah, I mean, they got 4th place last match, ended 6th overall on the leaderboard. They only had 3 eliminations. Now they already have more than what they had after they finished the last match, so they're set up for success. What they don't need to do now is keep taking these fights in zone. I think it's time to start rotating.
Karab tuttu arayı.
Start being
Öldü.
careful, but scroll 200 to 0 in half a second. And this is an opening for Giraz.
Üç komandan zor oyundu.
Continue pushing on through.
Real thorn in the side right now for iDrop's team. That is the last thing that they would have expected, was to just be trailed. It's unfortunate for Scroll, but sometimes you gotta be willing to throw up those builds behind you, just not quick enough with it. Definitely a very unfortunate outcome. Kilo on the opposite end of that one, though. Big knock, big cleanups.
Kim öldü?
Massive eliminations that are just going to permit them to stick around and Storm one moment longer.
Malibuka.
Look, Malibuka and Walks have been looking insanely consistent. We talked about them kind of not having the best performance in the play-ins, sort of match their expectations, and in week 5, the Divisional Cup finals, but even throughout the day, they made it to the late game in the first match. They got a good amount of eliminations. They're looking incredibly set up to do that once again in the second game. Major finals all about consistency, so I'm liking what we're seeing so far.
I like to take that Div Week 5 finals with a grain of salt, because you also have to remember that was
Malibuka.
team decided we're going to be landing Lone Wolf Lair as well, and that definitely posed a couple of issues for Malibuka's team in terms of how they wanted to handle that. So the outcome here in the Major 2 Finals weekend is all that they are intending on focusing for. They're even all boot camping in Germany. They're building up that, I think, synergy as a team. And it could net a really positive end result. But like you already know, Takata, you never want to get too far ahead of yourself. You never want to start to daydream about being in that winning position, because you got to focus on the here and now.
Gotta lock in, just like Thomas HD with this drum gun, literally doubling the damage from every other player in the group stage that also have the drum gun in their, rightful group. Thomas HD had 6,000 damage just with the drum gun in his group to qualify him, and their placements. We talked about consistency.
Şarkan bakken beri.
Kari being the most consistent trio is, they played all the divisional cups together.
Panzeroid.
Played the last 3 together. They got 6th, 3rd, 5th. I mean, you don't get much more consistent than that. So hopefully we'll see the same kind of trend player out here in the major finals.
Have to feel a little bit, though, for Panzer and Uppel exclusively, because everybody knows about Thomas and his placement history. But for Panzer and Uppel, they both had relatively solid success. I mean, we're talking about 8th place finish for Panzer's team in the last major. We saw Uppel with 6th place. I
Mr. Savage.
compared to his previous teammates. So they
Ya attı bula.
to work alongside Thomas to finish off those tags, get those extra eliminations, and it's showing in how well they've been playing. But for Noatra, Lex, and Shark being 43 below on the congested side of zone, so many players around you, it is just not the position you want to be in, Taco.
They're so smushed between their floor layer and just all the teams that are at the bottom of this cliff face. Not Riley wants to get the party started. Issue is everybody underneath just scrambling to get out of Dodge. They're not willing to stick around. Pink knows the team above us, they are massively desperate. We don't need to do anything. We'll just tackle the team that's one layer underneath us instead. Noah, Riley, Truex, Shark, they don't have any time to waste though. They're gonna jump right in, but Pink makes sure that they pay
Öldü.
Shark.
Shark'ın komandası öldü. O. Anam. Yok. Can al.
From winning the first game to now being 143 below, down to 49. Low on shield, no spare shields. It looks like what went wrong during these rotations. It looks like they might need to look for a refresh early on here. Their mind is not high ground. Their mind is getting themselves back into the game.
It's looking like a dominoes effect potentially. The damage that Feno's team caused landing so northwards of the map caused teams to kind of hesitate and stick around, but Mustache makes it happen, puts his team above Big Elim when they needed it most.
Yok Mr. Savage normal.
This trio even, so surge damage has definitely been an issue for some of these other teams, a little bit more center map to find.
Yok düştü Mr. Savage.
Swizzy, Queasy, they're content to stay based up, but they need more refreshes and they need to make it to the bodies because they need the loot also.
Look at this. It's a lot of trios that are already positioned in a good spot.
Kanamali Buka.
They're just missing that damage.
Ruski Fortnite.
You can't miss the shots as these people that are on the congested side start working their way towards the zone.
Yok ölme. Stop.
Solo as well. He's lost his teammates, forced to rotate in.
O. Ölü gidip mi?
It's what he needs to make it out of this one. Just 2 ticks left. It's not looking good.
He's just so fixated on trying to get tags onto the players behind him. Even if he'd secured them, it wouldn't have made much of a difference because
Her şey bağlıktan bu ya.
inside the zone. Looking at Vanya, Pixie, and Marius with Queasy's trio having fallen. Scott, this could be their best opportunity.
Ooh.
Right in Thomas HD, he goes down in the low ground. Marius, Pixie, Vanya doing exactly what they need to, just completely spraying all these teams.
Gitti mi?
Pile into flooded frogs at the last minute. Pixie then hoping that he can pick up some leftover goods. Instead, eats a few tags from Marius, and they just continue to tarp overhead. Vanya has been cracked though. It's gotta be careful.
Look, they said it doesn't matter if we don't pull the 50-50 here. It doesn't matter if the zone goes to the opposite side. We're still holding on to this. And if any trio is going to get a win, if any trio is going to close this match out, Vanya, Marius, and Pixie have great odds to do so. As Sky Scroll and I drop. Incredible performance. So many eliminations already on the board. They were consistent in the first game. There's so many big names they can still hit.
Mali Buka ba.
Outside low, but they're gonna have to deal with Tripper's team potentially. Polisai, X-Queens, and Art Skill also a little bit caught up here in the mid ground. You tell they're trying to keep tabs on height, but they just gotta get it moving. They've gotta make sure that they are in the front side. They don't want to get caught up in the mix of the congestion that's starting to really build inside of these mid to lower layers. And just all the while, Mr. Savage, Reason, and Badil have been quietly chipping away at these builds right in front of them. It's Storm Demas. They gotta be real careful here. They might not even be aware of the fact, but no, it's gonna be Badil instead who's collecting Pablo, potentially the one benefiting in that process. But perhaps his team, they look so incredibly
Mr. Savage.
12% win rate in the Div Cup finals. They know how to secure these victory royales, and now they want to do it in the major finals. Marius showing his fragging power as he drops down. Looks to pick up a quick refresh, but unable to do so. It's going to play for safety once again.
Yeah, I'm sick of that. Marius is like, I don't actually need to get involved just yet. I'm gonna fall back to where my teammates are at. Healthy.
Mr. Savage.
Savage completely collapsed on, though, just a victim of trying to play towards that backside. But the zone, it's pulling back. This is massive now for the team on high. Marius, Pixie, Vanya, they are just letting everyone in the low grounds completely eat themselves alive.
Malibu öyle bakayım.
Hoping to try and be the catalyst
Malibu tadı.
generate some form of low ground success. And if these other teams aren't careful, they might actually succeed. It's Storm and Demas, though. They're preparing to try and shock the world, and it starts with
Stop. Öl.
Be careful, you can't get stuck in the dirt. Pix is the only one that makes it out of his trio. Walks, Malibuka, Ping, they continue. The chemistry is looking stronger than ever. As Vanya is looking to see, does he play this heal off? Is he going to let his teammate frag? How can he close this one off? As Pixie picking up elimination after elimination, 4 on the board already.
Marius ya Malibu tadı.
Final moments, the decision how
Vallahi gözü.
But Marius, he tries to tangle in the low ground instead, gets punished for it. You've still got Hicks way in the backside, trying to just play out a little bit of
Malibu bilen.
all the while, Ping walks Malabuka. They might even get the benefit here of a freebie siphon off of Hicks if they recognize just how low he is, but it's also iDrop. iDrop's getting involved in the conversation here. Ping walks Malabuka, one of the only healthy trios left to remain, left to try and threaten, because aside from iDrop as a solo, it's only Vanya and Pixie up above in the skies. High versus low. How long can you hold out for, though? Ping walks Malabuka. The build
Malibu
is so
tadı.
incredibly low. They're trying to make sure that they keep steady height overhead. But Malabuka, he might be the one to be the difference maker. Vanya's gonna fall back. Vanya's trying to play for the heal off. Vanya needs to make sure he doesn't get tagged in the process. And he's got the Medless grenade here, Takata. It might be the separating factor.
Has Pixie done enough damage? He got a knock. He cracked one of the players. But is it going to be enough to let Malibuka out-heal Vanya? Now, it's all up to who has more heals. Both players with the Chug Jug. Vanya with Chug Splash.
Kızgarlı vakti geldi yine.
Matter of time to see who's able to close this one out. Vanya did an amazing job putting himself away from the aggression and now kind of looking around. Malibuka remembered that Chug Sprite, that water sprite was
Beş tapşıyek var ya. Öldü. Belli. Zelloyum oldu.
Going absolutely crazy right now.
Öyle.
A little bit of success here for the mates as game 2 goes the way. And I can't really establish them as an underdog trio at this point, Takata, because they've certainly been creating a name for themselves this season.
Look, there's a reason they have the most victory royales in the Div Cup finals. They know how to close these matches out.
Öyle gitti Malibuka.
The meta, and they did it perfectly throughout this game. Not only holding high ground, but also picking up enough eliminations on the players.
O an yamanzılla.
Having, Marius Pixie drop down and fracking out when they needed to get those refreshes and
Ses stream'e tıklandı.
closing it out with the heal off, having more heals, constantly scouting for more, and doing everything you need to close out that match.
Just have to
Böyle.
a little bit there from Malabuka, Ping, and Walks, because what a 140 Chug Jug isn't enough to seal the deal, Takata.
Ena.